kumanyikana asa abantu abange bono egetaseni kyo Minto TV nigo kyo kwali bagaria bene kubeka litangazo lya asembeo ase ligori lyomubuko twakere esimi ase namba ya 07 08 488 488 wose ototomere
iyi nuyo Minto TV egetacho kyamangana amanuke.
Wairire buya omoncho murikeri bwegetasene ke Minto TV ritukorerero lya Jumaine nigongo kwarigania semesa ya Amayia Chinsa Ibere iri nkomanyia yagendrete ime ya chingongo chonsi chense nchenkoro ku Matha Kwamboka kaba monenche guchakira bono igawe komwerio. No mokonyi umurayibwense omukoro boyigo oyoro murayibwe kyama kya DCP omusikeri Gadi Gashagwa litukulia rero nigo anyara kobaka ukwana na ama abaliki bamangana ase boyigo abereka kwenye moche eserikali boyigo no murayibwense omusikeri Ruto nigo akwanira amangana mangi kati yabo ya amangana ya yoboibi ase eserikali ase bona gotebanga eserikali nigo ekoibera omwana inchi chiringi ibere kera etagika kerabona boyigo agoteba eserikali nigo manyete ase bali bagochererwa bagochi boyigo amanganari asha boyigo na chibizara chinde.
William Ruto's Western Hotel has been the leading recipient of government hospitality and catering tenders, securing 37 public contracts valued at hundreds of millions for the period ending June 2026. Contracts have come from state corporations, state departments, and county assemblies. It is clear that William Ruto is in competition with local entrepreneurs where he flexes his executive powers and gives priority registration that enriches himself and his cronies at the expense of other hard-working Kenyans. I want to bring to the attention of the people of Kenya some of the biggest scandals that we have witnessed in the last 4 years. In the current financial year, State House budget has grown from Kenya shillings 8 billion to 18 billion Kenya shillings, an increment of over 10 billion Kenya shillings. These are the funds that are used to bribe the people of Kenya. And lately, sheikhs, private security officers, village elders, teachers, chiefs, etc. Under the e-Citizen, a special audit report by the Office of the Auditor General exposed major financial and governance weaknesses, noting that over Kenya shillings 11 billion in collections lacking clear documentation or routed through non-designated accounts alongside irregular payments to private entities. The functionless chief system was procured at a cost of 104 billion Kenya shillings, and an independent assessment of this system shows that it is worth 800 million, leaving theft and plunder of public resources of 103 billion Kenya shillings. SHA makes a loss of 6 billion shillings a month. Hospitals and faith-based organizations and counties are owed 105 billion to date. As I've said before, SHA is insolvent and everybody knows it. On the affordable housing program, the Office of the Auditor General reports that have flagged major legal and operational risks regarding fund utilization, including untraceable international development loans, low fund absorption, and missing land ownership documentation for ongoing projects. Further, the levies deducted from Kenyan payslips are invested in a third-party financial service firm licensed by the Capital Markets Authority. How are their fees determined? How much has been paid out to date? What is his association with William Ruto? On the restoration of Nairobi rivers, Mr. William told Kenyans that on December 25, that Nairobi River will have fish. Can members of the press visit this river tomorrow and bring us one piece of fish?
No muraibu abange ime yebungene no musike kimani chumwa nigabono akwana nabaliki bamangana litukuri rero maega yo musike gashagwa ko kwana boyigo nabaliki bamangana asabono agotebanga amangana ali musike gashagwa ko kwana nayo bolimo yigo boyigo aberega ko tebanga umusike gashagwa kerobono arenge umukonje bomuraibu ense nigo atemete kuiba shilingi 3 milioni 3 kurase kampuni eyemo iboyigo ekoragwa naba China ikirabona agoteboyigo nasamangana ya uchumi umusike gashagwa kirabona arenge mukonje bomuraibu ense tacheti asebikaro ibono byarenkorigeri amangana au uchumi igotamanye tikende gensi igoro ya mangana yogokini uchumi.
It is ironical that the man purporting to speak about security is on record to mobilize members of outlawed gangs to protect churches, political rallies, and polling stations. And you have heard yourselves, Mr. Rigathi, even on media interviews, telling Kenyans that hata sisi hatujabeba watoto kwa migongo. And this is his way of telling and mobilizing the Mungiki goons that he has been mobilizing to attack Kenyans. And we want to ask him, isn't this goonism? Rigathi is Kenya's chief goon, Kenya's goon number 1. This bitterness because he has spoken on matters touching on CRBC, a Chinese company, and also alleged that there were also Chinese from some China civil engineering company that were deported from this country. Rigathi has beef to pick with the China Roads and Bridges Corporation, and his bitterness is the high priest of corruption. Correct. He attempted to extort Kenya shillings 300 million from CRBC when he was the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And he tried to extort this money from CRBC, or China Roads and Bridges Corporation, over their alleged transgressions during the Uhuru Kenyatta regime. Rigathi cannot purport to talk about coffee, yet when he was Deputy President, he joined hands with coffee cartels to steal from the very same farmers he purports to be speaking for today. Kenyans will remember he demanded 3 shillings for every kilogram of coffee sold by farmers at the coffee exchange. Mr. Rigathi, we are here to tell you that the 3 shillings you are demanding is now going directly to the Kenyan farmers, including those in the Mount Kenya region.
Nomubunge bochinsemo chiria chasuna omusike Junet Mohamed boigona sensemo ya nigo anyara kubaka kukwana maega yechinkwana chumusike gashagwa asabono agoteba kerebono abakenya banenge gwesoke na kurubekana engakeri omusike nyagosira Raila arenge kora okurubekana kwa bakenya korusiye serikali ya Kenya kwanza somurai nigo musike gashagwa arenge gotebanga umusike umurai bwense umusike William Ruto tatwara chinkwana no musike nyagosira Raila Odinga. Boigo nigwa anyara kubaka goteba umusike gashagwa nigwa abetika gotanga umurai bwense ya Tanzania umusibati umusike Samia Suluhu tacha kubabwatania umusike Raila boigo no musike William Ruto.
And he said that ODM is dead. I'm wondering, what does Rigathi know about ODM? Because him and ODM cannot be in the same sentence. Rigathi Gachagua is one man who has forgotten what he was 2 years ago. When ODM was in the streets fighting for the rights of Kenyans in 2023, Rigathi Gachagua is the man who summoned security officers in his office at 5 a.m. in the morning and told them to go and assassinate Baba. And Baba survived by the grace of God somewhere in Islam. The same guy is today telling us that he wants to talk to us about Baba. Rigathi Gachagua is the same man who said that his disagreement with President Ruto began after President Ruto started engaging ODM and Raila Odinga. The same man today wants to tell us about ODM and Baba. Rigathi Gachagua is the man today telling us about General Ogola. Is the same man who went to President Ruto and told him, don't appoint this man as the CDF, the Chief Defense Forces. He is a Luo, he is a Mutinia, he can do a coup, he can remove this guy. The same guy today has the audacity to come and tell Kenyans about General Ogola. You know, shame has no name. We have to give shame now the name of Rigathi Gachagua. We have to give the name of shame. As Rigathi, if shame is to be given a name in this world, then we have to give it to Rigathi Gachagua. Rigagun. So, leader, Rigathi lacks empathy and remorse. He is dancing on the grave of a patriot and trying to make political capital out of the death of a statesman. Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. May his soul continue resting in eternal peace. When Baba died and he was being buried in Bondo, all the leadership of this country, both in the government and in opposition, were present. Did you see anyone looking like Rigathi Gachagua there? Up to today, he has not even gone to the family of Raila to tell them Pole. That's the same guy who wants to use Raila in statements here and there. Bure kabisa. It is in public domain that it is Rigathi who made an attempt on Raila Odinga's life during the 2023 demonstrations, when he instructed security officers to aim at him. To date, he has never mourned Raila. It's a fact he hated Raila with a passion. In fact, now, he has transferred the head to me. The other day, I was traveling with him in the same plane, British Airways from London. He refused to greet me. He refused. I told him, how are you, Mheshimiwa? No, don't greet me. I told him, what have I done? No, don't greet me. His wife, Dorcas, greeted me. Told me, no, just sit down. I know why he's ranting today. It's because of what happened in Naivasha the last 2 days. He saw the numbers. He saw the force. He saw the organizational, now he has realized he's only working with 3 people. A man who cannot shave his beard, and another one, we don't know what he is, just making noise here in Kiambu. So he's scared, I know. And I know he will get, I knew yesterday, with those numbers, Rigathi will get scared, and he'll start maligning people's names. You know, long time in Parliament here, in the old constitution, members of Parliament used to be told to go get proficiency in English or Swahili. It's high time now we introduce a bill in this Parliament that psychiatric test must be done on leaders. You go to Dr. What is his name? Dr. Njeng Franka, and you get a certificate. Because imagine having a madman like Gachagua in a leadership position. You know, madness is not removing clothes only. You can be dressed with a suit and a tie and you're a madman. You're a madman. Now,
togotigana nayo ni gobona eserikali yabirige kuborigwa nebigambiro byenseto ya Kenya kwenekya nkuru abale gwetane kibesa ekimilioni emyemo ekibona kigo kigwakana bali bonsi babete bagoba bagwakwa noko chererigwa okubona kwabeto kokorekana aiga asenseto ya Kenya unachebina Gregory Mutai nigo aro ogochikoko asekigambiro asabona gotebanga bali babete bagwako na bagwako no gocheroko ngochya abale ogwakanwa boigo kibese kikubakonya ase obigama bwabo bori busyo boigo ntogoligeria amangana yobochenu nigobona ewizara yobochenu yakoragwa litukorera no waziri wobochenu Musike Eden Dwale nigo batwara egikaro na babwatani au bali bona mono bakurigeria amangana ali asha asebanya ko bakwegerera omurubere ulia bogoke kibesa kiribona kigwakanwa nekinyagitari goche ase kigwakanwa goche ase nyagitari no murubere ulia osha boigo nigo bakwana igoro yo omogiro ibono babanyagitari ubere kwa korekana aschinsemo au asama tukwaitire egento bono bagotebanga nguche bare wikaransa na koneke nga asama tuko arebosio omogiro babanyagitari boigo nabakori bobochenu boligo chikubarokera bono bagotebakira omogiro okoba abakenya na bono bagonyora omochando.
Service. It's because digitization is about efficiency. It creates that efficiency. It makes you not lose that data. So that is what is being paid for. Because you either pay it by printing papers and losing them, or paying it by digitizing your processes.
For KUKO, CBAs have already been signed off. Return to work formula has been executed, but there is a process that ensues in terms of the implementation thereof. We did a letter to SRC to confirm the same, and I think KUKO should have actually waited because we already agreed, and most of the counties have started implementing that as we wait for the SRC to give the concurrence for purposes of registering the CBAs in court.
What is remaining is just the counties to regularize removing them from a contract to permanent. Go to Senate, I have written to the Senate, I have written to the National Assembly that they do that legal rearrangement. Remove the money from the conditional grant and put it as an equitable share as under DORA.
Kurwase wizara y'obochenu omoncho murigeri abono gukorera Amayia Chinsa Ibere litukorerero lya Jumaine nigo ngendete kugirenga nabo gutarasa magacho JM Towers imiyumu cy'obusongo asaduka ya Uhuru Superstores bonyorere ebinto biri byeduka boyigo na biri byehadwa boyigo kama tubwate bese isaine nabo gutara boyigo Chinsa mukiria uyigore account elipa mdogo mdogo bwakanire ebinto byongora ko gukora nabakoretera gweka asore utari gwakanira kende gyonsi tebe gutara asama agacho a JM Towers aseduka ya Uhuru Superstores asebono okwanyorera ebinto au nchengoro ku Matha Kwamboka twari butukubya
Iyi Noyo Minto TV egetacho kiamangana amanuke. Iyi Noyo Minto TV egetacho kiamangana amanuke.